This is All Things Caregiving from Breathing Spaces.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cyndi Mariner, and I'm the founder of Breathing Spaces. Welcome today to another episode of All Things Caregiving. I'm grateful to be here with my co-host, Cindy Gum. Cindy,
I
always good to be here with you.
absolutely.
And
Thank you.
it's so good. And in this episode, we are talking about specifically about the holidays and
Yes.
how it truly is okay not to be okay during the holidays, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I'll chime in here and say that, the holidays are not a perfect time, especially when you're a caregiver and we're dealing with so much uncertainty and a lot of loss, just so many feelings. And because, I'm a marriage family therapist, feelings is my arena. And so I hope I can take this opportunity to just validate that whatever you're feeling during the holidays, give yourself permission to feel this way. It's valid, especially under your circumstances. Validate yourself. That's self compassion. And also, you can change your traditions, to fit your current reality, whatever that current reality is. You can keep it simple and you can keep it meaningful. And I guess I also want to say that real connection comes from being able to be that honest and vulnerable with yourself and allowing yourself not to be perfect. So, segue over to you, Cyndi, because I know we're going to treat this a little bit more as a coffee clatch here, Christmas coffee clatch. And I
Mhm.
brought my coffee.
Absolutely. I'm with you, right there with you.
Yeah.
Cindy, I think of the holidays, it's a wonderful introduction that you've just made. Thank you for that. And, the holidays, I think sometimes is a mirror of what we've lost, what is still beautiful and memorable in our lives, and
Mhm.
something about what's quietly changing within us. Because I think as we've lost a loved one or things have changed in our relationship with a loved one, things are changing inside of us simultaneously.
Mhm.
And I think it's really important, as you alluded to, that instead of just coping, that it's permission not to be okay. You don't have to show up with your party dress on and your smile on and your perfectly wrapped gifts and be Miss Holiday perfect. It's not necessary, and you need to allow yourself that space.
Especially internally. I mean,
Yes.
it, I noticed in myself, it's sometimes harder to let go of that internal script. Yeah, I can let go of doing the holiday decoration, but there's an internal script I'm still playing out.
Mhm.
And that's what kind of holds me hostage. Well, it did hold me hostage when I know we're going to share some stories about how we were not okay. I mean, and I am, at least. I have a story to share about how I was not okay during
Yeah.
the holiday and how I kind of got myself through the weeds. And I know you're going to do a sharing too.
Yes, absolutely. And it's you, I think any of us can be in a position of feeling like, no, I need to go to Sally's party or, over to the gathering because it's where I need to be. I should be there.
Yes.
And for me, the first holiday of after mom passed away and dad had passed away previously, years before, I had folks that wanted me to come and to be part of their gathering and their families. And I just said simply, I can't do it. I can't, I can't. I can, but I don't want to. I have to allow myself to be in this space right now, and being in that is just putting a mask on that I don't want on right now. I need to give myself permission to be okay in not being okay. And it was, I mean, I can visually remember myself in my living room talking with a friend and saying that I couldn't do it, that I really needed to be in my own space. And it was, there was something, uh, I'm not sure that powerful is the right word, Cindy, but about saying to myself, it's okay, Cindy, you can do this. You can just be with yourself this holiday because that's where you feel like you need to be. And it wasn't the emptiness that I was feeling, but instead it was more of a an inner warmth that I was feeling, honoring myself in the space and knowing that this was a pivotal time for me. My life is never going to be the same. It will never, ever be the same. So giving myself that space that I could finally breathe and reset my own energy while I was honoring both my mom and my dad during that space.
Yeah, isn't that interesting that your company is breathing spaces? So, so what an intuitive grounding and learning for you. Um, yeah, it must have been a hard holiday period because that was a lot of inner energy you're putting out there
Mhm.
to come to that and hold it all. We're asked to hold a lot as
Yeah,
caregivers or just as people these days, but especially during a holiday. And maybe all we can help our listeners do is validate that, yeah, they're holding a lot. We're holding a lot. How much do we want to hold and how much do we want to put down?
right. And absolutely, Cyndi. And during those caregiving days, as you know very well yourself, you were on constant. You're on constant. And sometimes you're putting a mask on as you're going out into public that, no, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah, we do that all year, actually.
I know.
But it's just heightened during the expectations of this holiday season.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And I know that we talked about a story that you had of Stan. Uh,
yeah, my worst holiday ever. My dog had died in October, my brother in November, and Stan was not doing well, and it was December. And, it was kind of a trifecta of emotional tsunami kinds of feelings. And then I just didn't have the bandwidth to do the holiday. I think I put out maybe a couple decorations, probably poinsettias. That's what I did for the next few Christmases, actually.
yes.
Stan was not doing well, but I had no idea he was so close to dying, which he did die on New Year's Eve. So I was only a week away, but I had no idea it was that close. And my Christmas story is that I had given Stan an ornament when we had gotten married, and it was a special little decorated egg with a note inside. And I wanted to read that to him along with the bookend note, Christmas note that I had written for him. I wasn't exchanging gifts. We weren't exchanging gifts. Um, and I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. And then I rationalized within my own mind because he wasn't, he had some cognitive impairment at that time, just toward the end. And I thought, he won't know it's going to be a day after Christmas, or I'm going to keep looking for it. And I never found it. And I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Mhm.
And he died before I could really do what I wanted to do. And the learning there for me was don't put it off. I was looking for it to be just right. And of course, that was just a regret of mine. It was one of those things you have to live with, the regret. So I do carry that. The good the good news was, or the end of the story is that I went down to the closet under my stairs, and the very last thing I pulled out of that closet was that ornament.
Oh my goodness.
And so that note sits with his picture and some of his ashes, on my bedside table. So, and it brings me comfort. So I've accepted it. But I think my message is don't wait. If the holidays, that was a message from the heart. And I regret I didn't express it. Those are the most important gifts I think we can give to one another during hard times. And acknowledging, if I had just validated and acknowledged, honey, this is a hard time. I've been trying to find this, and this is what I wanted to express to you.
Mhm.
I wish now that I had done that. So that's my story. It was a hard Christmas, and I was very vulnerable.
It is, Cyndi, it speaks to my heart. I know wanting to have that perfectness about it,
Yeah, yeah.
so to make sure that that your loved one is in that space to know that it's okay. Everything's just the way it should be. And we do that to ourselves, don't we? We
I sure did. We just don't have the same bandwidth. And, if it was me today, I would have probably done it better. But I was exhausted. I didn't have the bandwidth hardly to, kind of get out of bed and do what I needed to get through the day, honestly.
in retrospect, and I think that as many caregivers go through their days, they get up and they go and they go. And in retrospect, you don't really quite notice how much you're doing. You know that you're tired, maybe you're worn out, but it's when your loved one is passed, oftentimes that I hear and I know for myself that I felt how much you really were doing and keeping your face up and going forward and making sure that things were taken care of. You're on constant go.
Minimally, again, you just limp through the best you can and do the best that you can do and self-validate. Hey, under these circumstances, this is okay.
Mhm.
I'm okay not being okay right now. I didn't even have that phrase. If I'd had that phrase in my mind, it would have helped me. That, you know what, Cyndi, it's okay not to be okay. There was a bestseller book written about that way back when. It's okay not to, something about it's okay not to be okay, but I'm okay, you're okay. That's
Yes,
different.
absolutely. And
And
it was
that's a
one of
little different.
our teammates, Gail, that had just sent something through. It was very appropriate timing as we were getting ready to tape this episode today. She said, going to pieces without falling apart.
I love it.
Isn't that a lovely
Thank you,
phrase?
Gail.
Thank you, Gail.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I absolutely love that. That just says it beautifully.
Doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's just powerful. And allowing yourself to be in that space. Take the mask off, take it needs to be off, and just let it fall apart. Yeah, very appropriate. So I'm thinking about, as we're talking with folks here today, things that they might be able to do as they go through the holidays that are ahead, whether it be that you are in the middle of caring for someone, or have just lost someone or lost someone years ago. It's important to find a coping mechanism, as it were, to help give you some balance in your life. And one of my favorites, it's really become one of my favorite techniques over the past few months, is called boxed breathing. So I'm going to share that with all of you today. Boxed breathing, you can actually find this on the internet, on here on YouTube, and other places as well. The importance of what it can do, because it can really just pull your energy down and center you. And it's a very simple technique. Really, just think about a box as we're doing this. You'll take in 4 slow breaths. You'll hold those breaths for the count of 4. You'll exhale for 4 counts, and then you'll hold again for 4 counts. And we'll do this 4 times. So I invite you to do this with Cyndi and I right now. Both of us are going to close our eyes because that's a comfortable space for us. So please do this with us. Take your deep breath in, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Last time. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Okay. This is something that just even doing it in that moment, I could feel my energy come down. and settle. And the beauty of this technique is that if you're in the middle of a situation that's getting a little elevated, you can always step out of the room, excuse yourself, go to the restroom, and take this technique and do this. To be honest, you can also do this in the middle of a meeting or a gathering. You don't need to close your eyes. It's that simple that people aren't even going to notice that you're doing it. And it simply resets the energy. So when you feel yourself, we all feel that. You can kind of feel that mountain getting ready to erupt. Pull yourself out and do this technique. It's been a gift to me, truly.
Oh, I have to share with you that during the breathing, my dog Chloe, I think, was sensing something, and she's on my lap right now. Do you want to see her?
Oh, goodness sakes. Yeah.
This is Chloe. Say hi.
Oh, hello, Chloe. She's beautiful.
Dogs pick up our energy.
Yes.
And so I went pretty deep. I do that pretty naturally. I think she was trying to comfort me. So she just had to get up on my lap. And I thought, this is exactly what happens to us during our best laid plans. So I went with what I stayed with you, which is so cool for me. And I went, and then she calmed immediately. She's just in my lap right now. And my body, what it responded, just like boom, it went right back to where it had been. And she just settled right in. The talks do pick up our energy, and people do too, people that we're around. So, and that brings out another point. When you're around someone chronically ill, or especially if it's a hard time and they're hurting, and we mirror one another's energy as well. And so we have to really be aware that another's energy can affect our energy too. Yeah. So anyway, that was an unexpected moment, just like happens in the real world of caregiving, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Lots of unexpected moments.
I love that. Thank you, Chloe, for being part of our episode.
Yeah, she's still here, so she's quite content now.
Good. Now, you wanted to share.
Yeah, I just thought I would do, I do the Zoom journaling circles for breathing spaces, which I love doing. And I invite anyone watching to join us if you're interested in joining other people to write. But what I usually do is a small guided, what I call an inner journey, and then offer a journaling prompt. And so I thought I would close our session today with just a guided meditation and a journaling prompt that people could write down and do if they feel like doing so. So I'd like you also to find just a comfortable place to sit quietly, close or soften your eyes. And I invite our audience to do the same, or just whatever works for you. Allow your body to soften and your breath to slow. So I'd invite you to let the idea of the holidays, whatever the essence of the holidays, drift to the edge of your awareness. Just let it kind of float to the periphery of your awareness right now, just in this moment. And I'd like you to gently turn your attention inward. Turn your attention inward. And now I'd like you to notice what is stirring within you. What is stirring within you? Be curious. Perhaps it is a longing. Perhaps it's a weariness, a regret. Or it could be a quiet little spark that's there, one of hope. Just notice what is stirring within you. And there's no right or wrong way to feel. Just allow whatever feelings are there to be present and acknowledged and valid. So gently take a few more slow breaths, noticing your body in the chair and more of your peripheral surroundings now as your breathing begins to connect once again. And you find yourself back here with us, and hopefully allowing your heart to speak to you, whether it's in just your thoughts or if you want to share with someone or if you want to write about it. The journaling prompt or the prompt is, what part of me is finding it hard to be okay right now? What might that part need most from me? So the journaling prompt is, what part of me is finding it hard to be okay right now? And what might that part need most from me right now? You can contemplate that any way you'd like, think about it, write about it. What does that part need from me right now? So thank you, Cyndi, for giving me this opportunity to share that little exercise.
It was lovely, Cyndi. Thank you. Yes, that's something that everyone can take away.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. Yeah. If they have the bandwidth for that, they may not, but I realize not everyone is in a crisis either or chaos during the holidays. So wherever they're at is where they're at.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think we all, to some degree, have something going on at the holidays. There's a little,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I think acknowledging that is key as
Yeah.
you go through all of it. This has
Absolutely.
been a gift, Cyndi, to be with you in this time and
As well.
space.
As well.
Really. And all of you, it is our hope that you are gentle to yourself as you walk through these days ahead. Celebrate and honor yourself. Give that to yourself as the biggest gift this season. And know that you are not alone. You're never alone. We have programs to help support you. If there's anything that we can do for you, we are here. So go through easily. Don't keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe as you walk through the holidays, and know that you are never alone. Cyndi, thank you always for being part of this.
Thank you. And thanks to our listeners for tuning in. And truly, this is from our hearts to your hearts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll see you all again.
See you next month.
Bye-bye, everyone.
This has been All Things Caregiving from Breathing Spaces.